Hi, so today I want to show you how to make a little lollipop dog. Here he is, little lollipop. I've made up some kits. In my kit I have, take it all out of the box, I have a cup, I have 2 pad cleaners, merino wool, some shredded paper and various bows and some nose and some eyes. Take those out there. I've got some bendy wire. This is just florist foam and I've wrapped that up in some tissue paper. In addition, I've got a little paintbrush and some pastels. I've got a teeny tiny comb. I've got a felt-in pin, a foam block, hot glue, and I've got an extra bag to put any waste wool in that we can use later. Oh, and some water and scissors, comb. So that's the kit, and from that we're going to make, as I said, lollipop dog. So I'm going to start with the wool. I've got 2 packs. The smaller one is what I'm going to use first. Got a band on there, snip off, put that to one side. And I'm just going to take a third of that and pop it to one side for now. Now I'm going to take a pipe cleaner, fold the pipe cleaner in half and wrap it around the wool. Now you want this pretty central. This is going to be Pup's muzzle. So just wrap it around the centre and tie that off. And you can twist the pipe cleaner all the way to the bottom. So first we want to take the foam block. I'm going to leave it inside the tissue just because it's green inside there, it's florist foam. And take shredded paper and just pack this in the top of the cup. You won't have to use it all, just use as much as you want. Basically just want to fill the top of the cup. It can be a frothy coffee. Alternatively you can swap it for something of your own choosing, some pink netting or fluffy foam balls or whichever you like. Basically you just want your florist foam in the middle and then something to cover the top of it so that's nicely hidden. Okay? So once we've twisted the pipe cleaner, this is what we should be looking like, almost like a flower. And then I'm going to take the felting pin and just gently separate out the shreds of hair. You get lots of loose hair coming out of this, don't worry, but I would say don't overwork it either. So I begin by separating it out with a pin and then comb. And the comb gently. You don't want to lose all your hair. Okay. And then I'm going to gently fold that over so it's looking at me, like so. So we've got the bent bit at the back. And I'm going to comb the hair up, and I'm going to comb the hair down, and I'm going to comb it out to the sides. Okay? And then from here, I'm going to cut a rectangle. So straight across the bottom. Straight across the top. Don't be too precious at this point. And then up the sides. We'll take more across the bottom. There you go, so you've got a rectangle. So from here, we'll cut the corners off. And now you can see the oval starting to form. So we need to form an oval shape and just basically blend all these sharp edges. I start off making it quite large, but believe me, it'll get smaller. It needs to be quite small. If you make it on the large size, you can keep working it down, working it down. And when you're almost happy with it, don't get too precious, don't worry too much at this stage. Then we can add a nose. So when you're happy more or less with the shape, pop it to one side. Take a teddy bear nose, hot glue, and pop that in the centre and push it down. There you go, got a little nose on there. We'll just pop him to one side while we start the next bit. So now we'll take the second bundle, which is a larger bundle of the merino wool. Jump off that. And do exactly the same as we did with the muzzle. Take your pipe cleaner and fasten it around the middle. Twist. Once you're happy that you've got it central, twist it again all the way to the bottom. So have it twisted all the way to the bottom. Got one that looks like a nice tight pipe cleaner again. And again, brush out, separate all these fibres, brush it out. Separate, separate. Don't worry again that you're losing all these bits. We can use some of those as well. So this is going to be the back of his head. Hair head. His head. Whichever you fancy. And a comb. I just find if I don't separate it first, I take out too much hair. It's a personal thing. I'm probably a bit heavy-handed. Now this time, this is going to be the back of the head, and this is going to be the front. So, bring your pipe cleaner down the front this time. Looks like one of those gonks from the 1970s. And we're going to attach the back of the head to the muzzle. So I'm just going to put these two pieces together, put them two pieces together, and then twist these pipe cleaners until they're joined nicely. There you go. And then we can think about shaping the top of the head. Okay, separate it all out again. There you go. Okay. So now this is all down to personal preference, but I can see that I'd like his muzzle a little bit smaller now. I'm going to comb that out a little bit and just start reshaping it until you're happy. And like I say, it's all personal preference, so you could have a round muzzle or an oval muzzle. I prefer the oval, I think it looks cuter. Make it a little bit smaller. But just keep working on it until you're happy. It's your pup. There's no right, there's no wrong. Whittle away. There you go. At this point, I like to cut a little bit out of the hair at the back there. That's the hair that we've just added. It just creates a little indent where the eyes are going to go. So just a tiny amount, not a lot. You just have to keep combing it gently, reworking it until you're happy. So now I'm turning it round and I'm going to comb up, down, out to the sides. And this time I'm going to cut a big square. Straight across the top and the bottom, up at the sides. And again, not being too precious, it's just going to give us a starting shape. And I'm going to take those corners off. So then you've got a circle, a large circle forming. And this is the back of the head. So once I've got my basic shape, quite happy with that. I'll turn him around and start working on the front. Give him a little bit of a shake. Now at this point, I'm going to think about adding his eyes. To add his eyes, I want to make a little indent, just to give me a general idea about where I'm going to put his eyes. Probably one there, and one there. And then I'm going to mark that with my pastels. Dip my brush in the water. And just mark it. Just so you can see where you're going to put your eyes, but also these make quite nice eyelashes. So I like them longer on the outside edge, so they look like eyelashes, and shorter to the middle. There you go. You see that? So now I'll pop him in the outside edge. I'm not sticking it into the foam just yet, just on the outside edge. just while I attach his eyes. Done with hot glue. Stick his eye in. One. I just don't want to pop him flat on the table because it'll squish his head. Okay. Next eye. There you go. So now we can decide what we're going to do with his head. I mean, you could just have him as he is, just tidy him up and have him as a nice circle, nice big round head. Completely up to you. I think we'll just do a nice round head on this chap. So just going to keep shaping, taking all the split ends off, shaping around the edge. Do a nice big circular head. Just keep working it until you're happy with it. Keep seeing things on his muzzle as well. This is where you can get lost in the zone. This is where I start naming them and everything. And then I'm going to cut a V section out of there. Now you can see starting to form hair going off that way. Scissor that little bit out there. And we've got an ear forming at this side. So let's shape that ear. And there is no right and wrong, obviously, so you can do whatever you'd like to do. I think this looks quite cute when it's finished. Just keep scissoring and wiggling away until you're happy with that. Okay. So now I'm going to cut him in a little tiny mouth. So that's just going directly under his nose. Tiny line. So just cutting a little mouth. We'll cut across, straight across. Turn it up at the corners, you want it to smile. Same at the other side. And just a little bit from the depth. Let's tidy that up slightly. And then I'm going to highlight that again with my black pastels. You don't see it very well on grey, but a little bit of shadow makes it stand out a little bit. There she is. So now we're going to give her a little flower for her hair. Just pop that just there. Yes. And then I'm going to attach this little bow. It's got a little twisty tie around her neck. So just twist. And then we can pop her into a little cup. I'd have to make a little hole. This is why I don't pop her in there earlier, because once you made a hole and you start putting her in and pulling her out, the hole just gets bigger and bigger. So that just keeps it a bit stable. Tilt her back a little bit. Here she is. And then once she's in the pot and you're quite happy with how she's looking, if you need to fiddle, you can tweak. And she won't be coming out of there again. Now we're going to make her some arms. So the bit we had left over earlier, I'm going to take that. I'm going to cut that in half. I'm going to use some of this hair out of the bag that we've been saving and pop that over there to hide the ends. And just make it knit together. Now I'm not a great needle felter, so don't take this as all your needle felters out there. I'm sorry. Okay. It just works. It just knits a few together, and we just want little sausages, really. Be careful you don't stab yourself with this, because man, it hurts. Okay. I'll take a little bit more for the other side. Again, knit it together with your felting pin. And just keep going until you're happy with the shape of that. Oops, just one little sausage. And I'll probably work on that a little bit more, but we need 2 of those. So when you have 2 arms, I'm going to place them in the top of the pot. Might put a dab of glue on the back of that one. And a dab of glue on the back of this one. And it might be quite sweet if she holds a little love heart. There you go. Here's a little lollipop dog.